you think, yeah, I'm gonna get some video footage to showcase Mascula, and then you can't see anything that's going on. Like, everything's covered in a cloud of yellow numbers, and if it weren't for the numbers, you'd still have Mascula's giant, like, fluorescent PP swinging around. You cannot see past it. Oh my god. Well, we're back again with more Dragalia Lost content, and this time we're going to take a slightly more in-depth look at Gala Mascula. This isn't quite going to follow the same format as the no fluff analysis videos of old. Welcome to the new Dragalia deep dive. Gala Mascula is a 5-star water blade, but he has a unique attack string as well as further enhanced attack strings accessible by activating his buffs. Let's start things off by getting into Mascula's skills. First off, we'll go into Mascula's S2, code 36, Coolant Cycle. This grants the Master Control buff for 26 seconds. However, when Master Control is active, this becomes code 06, Conclusion. This deals 2,934% damage across 6 hits in a large AoE, dispelling a buff from each target. When used as a shared skill, this always uses the enhanced version. Mascula's first skill is code 03, Rise Generator, granting a shield for 30% of Mascula's hit points and 15 seconds of knockback immunity. When Master Control is active, this becomes code 08, Execution, granting the amplified current effect for 11 seconds. Mascula's attacks gain hit and range when Master Control is active, dispelling on the final hit of the combo. If amplified current is active, Mascula's hit counts during his combo increase even more. As for the rest of his kit, Mascula's first ability is Accelerator Unit. Mascula's S1 grants Strength Amp to a max of Team Amp level 3, with a cooldown of 20 seconds between applications. Master Control will also increase attack rate by 6%, and at 30 combo or above, grants an extra 10% strength and 8% crit rate and 8% crit damage. When Master Control expires, the skill gauge for his S2 is filled by 50%, and Master Control is forcibly dropped when shapeshifting. His second ability is Mana Reactor, which is basically a fancy name for full burn and stun resist. And his final ability of Critical Frenzy, much like Galaxy, increases critical rate and damage buffs as Mascula builds combo, capping at 12% crit rate at 45 hits and 40% crit damage at 150 hits. Being a blade unit, he has the standard Blade Strength co-ability, and his Chain co-ability grants water units combo equals buff skill time. Overall, Mascula's skills are based around massively buffing his standard attacks. However, playing Mascula well is going to come down to balancing your fear and greed. The bulk of Mascula's damage and SP gain is in the final attack of his chain. This can make the opening of the Legend Twin Spites quite mechanically demanding, as if you're playing co-op, team compositions that only have 2 hit count characters such as Mascula or Lapis will require you to perfectly dodge cancel the final hit of Mascula's combo to gain enough SP during the dash phase to have Mascula's S2 up for the hit count check. In general, you'll want to hold Mascula's S1 for when Master Control is active, using Mascula's S2 whenever it's available, uptime permitting. There's not much point, after all, activating the buffs during phase changes or mechanics where the boss isn't targetable, for example. In between skills, mash your attacks like your life depends on it. Once your knockback immunity is active, you can even tank through hits to finish your combos, though do this sparingly. Soak too many attacks and you'll end up tanking the floor instead. Next up, Loadout. Dragon choice is fairly simple. Use Gala Reborn Poseidon if he's available. My brief experimentation in the sim showed that other dragons were largely similar enough, so make of that what you will. As for Worm Prince, a general purpose setup runs skill damage, flurry strength and crit damage in the 5-star slots, with Frostbitten Punisher and Flurry Devastation in the 4-star slots. Consider swapping out flurry strength and crit damage for strength double buff and crit damage double buff if you're running alongside Nurse Aileen or Zhang Ziya. But the overall efficacy of this is going to depend on the shared skills being used on your supports, and of course, if Curse of Nihility is present. Speaking of Curse Nihility, we'll quickly go over how Mascula plays in endgame fights. Against Lilith, Mascula can handle dispelling her stacking strength buffs, as well as maintain DPS uptime during most mechanics, though his Critical Frenzy ability does get nullified. Against Brynhilde, again, Mascula can handle dispels, as well as being able to hit through meteors if Brynhilde is close enough on the other side. Against the twins, Mascula can easily hit both twins if they're moderately close together, as well as handle dispels and hit count checks in Legend. However, there's a few things that Mascula doesn't do. Mascula doesn't natively provide Frostbite, and his reliance on his personal buffs can mean that unfortunate timing of breaks can lead to your buffs falling off at awkward times. All in all though, well, Mascula brings high hit counts and somewhat spammable dispels so long as you can stick your full combo. High hit counts, dispels, that rings a bell. And that's the main crux of it. In the current landscape of our endgame fight, Lapis mostly fits the same role, minus the burn resist for Brunhilde. If you had Lapis beforehand, there's very little that Mascula helps you unlock, barring Yaldabaoth, a completely off-element fight. Mascula's Shed skill provides a huge AoE that can trivialize wiping the screen of ads if you lack Gala Leonidas or other alternatives such as Eugene or Gala Yuden Shed skills, which I personally found to be a big help since I lack Gala Leonidas to rush the first phase of the fight. As a backline character, strength and buff skill time co-abilities are nice, but the combo requirement can make things slightly fiddly for buffers such as Ellie, or for Karina if you're still Karina choosing previous difficulties of the twins fights. Otherwise, Gala Mascula adds a flexible dual resistance character that will handily see you through most endgame content. If you had the foresight to grab Lapis before, then Mascula doesn't provide as much value, but Lapis is still beat in the size department. As always, thank you very much for watching until the end. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Giant, fluorescent pee-pee swinging around, you cannot see past it.